Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the markets. Your fellow compadre here. Today, we're going to go over the Worx symbol, WORX. Don't have any fundamentals for you guys. I'm just purely going to look at the charts to see if there's any hope left in this symbol here. Man, this thing has had a pretty devastating 4 years ever since 2016. I mean, it's just been nothing short of catastrophic for this symbol here. But what we're going to do is just kind of shed some light or just kind of open the charts to see if there's anything left. I mean, it's been pretty bad, guys. So if you are an investor who's been holding this instrument, or if you're thinking of investing in this, be sure to stick around to the end. We may have unveil some pretty interesting details about this. So without further ado, let's dive into the charts here, shall we? Okay, so today's October the 1st, 2020. Markets are currently open. The current price of Worx is going to be $1.43, down about 5% for the day. And yeah, guys, I took a brief look at this thing, and as I mentioned, it's been pretty bad for the investors, the long-term holders in this instrument, at least up until now, right? Like, things could change. We could get a significant bounce, but ever since the inception back in October 2016, I mean, this thing is pretty bad. It went as high as $103, almost $104 at its high, and right now it's just below $2. It's $1.43. I mean, ouch. That's pretty bad, to say the least, right? So again, it's pretty obvious. It's been in a downtrend. So at some point, we got to see if we can get some sort of turnaround here. Let's just kind of get a microscopic look, just kind of look further into the charts here. So again, I took a brief look and I noticed that the behavior ever since August 2019, it displayed some, illusion of support here at the $2.11 level approximately. And yeah, it just kind of had some bouncing, just kind of like hanging around above the $2.11 level for quite some time, ever since August 2019. And then, of course, we had this, after March, we have this April candle, where I guess an institution or a single purchaser, whoever, right, they stepped into the market and they purchased everything from $2 all the way up to $14.88. Now, that's a pretty extreme candle. That candle, I'll be honest, it makes me a little bit nervous for the short term, I guess, because I mean that's a pretty extreme move, and I don't think that would have been sustainable if it would have stayed up that high. And yeah, just hopefully whoever made that move isn't going to be shaken out of the market anytime soon, because that would spell some pretty bad news for the long-term holders in this instrument here. Okay, but what I am looking at here that seems to be slightly interesting to me, the way that I look at candlesticks, guys, is I pay attention to the top of the candle's body on the sell candles, especially when it's still in a downtrend. When you see something like this, I guess you could take this for an example here, right? Notice the wicks above the candle's bodies, right? Starting in August 2019. Notice how they were just kind of consistently goes all the way up to, kind of go past the previous candle's body, basically. You see the top of those wicks until, of course, we got a nice reversal, and then boom, we had that extreme move to the upside. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just paying attention to the wicks at the top of the bodies here. So for the past 2 months after this extreme move in April 2020, we do have wicks at the top of the candle's body. Now, this is good news for me, at least in my book. This isn't guaranteed. This isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. But this is a sign of hope, let's say that, okay, that we could potentially get a turnaround here when the price eventually finds a temporary bottom or the actual bottom that still has yet to be determined. But when I see these wicks at the top of the bodies, I say that, okay, whenever, this thing finally bottoms out here, let's just put a line on the chart here. What I'm going to do is the next line in the sand, because again, we already broke down below 215-ish. We're going to say a 215. So the next line in the sand that I'm going to be paying attention to here, guys, is, let's see, that line right there, the low of $1.55. So obviously, let's see, hang on, where did this close? Low, close. Okay, so 152. Okay, so this September candle did close below the $155 level. Okay, so I think it's pretty important that this month, whoever's interested in this instrument, the buying interest, the market participants, that they really need to kind of hold or at least hang around this $1.50 level. If we can get some sort of, even if there's a wick down, like we get like a little shakeout below the previous low, which is at $1.24, and we somehow, not we, but this Worx symbol somehow makes its way back above at least 152, that would be a sign to me, at least in my book, that we're trying to get some sort of turnaround here in the short term. Now, whether that's going to be sustainable or enough to really turn things around and send the price significantly higher, only time will tell that. Okay, but for a short term move to the upside, I'd say that, yeah, there is potential if that happens. Oh, excuse me. So that's what I'm seeing, guys, on the monthly here. Let's see. Let's just take it down to the weekly to see if we see anything different. Hang on. Let's see here. Weekly chart. Okay. Okay, so the weekly actually looks okay. Notice I'm paying attention to the wicks, guys. These the selling interest wicks. You see this red wick above this candle. That's actually a good sign. We got another wick here, another wick here. So that's how it's just my way of understanding, guys. I know it's kind of confusing, but just kind of don't trust me on it, but just kind of follow along the best you can. These wicks on the weekly actually look really nice. Let's see if I can give you guys an example of something. See if I can pull up. Okay, if I can get it together here. Netflix. Let's see if I can pull this up just to show you guys an example of the wicks to the top of the bodies here. Okay, so you guys are looking at Netflix, and these are also the weekly candles. Now, notice the wicks at the top of the candle's body. You see these selling interest wicks at the top of the candle's bodies? You see that? Okay. And when I see something like this, this basically lets me know that the buying interest are buying into the markets as the price is going down. This isn't always the case, guys. There's a unique way that I look at it, because when the actual turnaround happens, which in this case in Netflix, the turnaround happened here on this September the 21st candle. I feel like we're getting off track, but I just wanted to give you guys an example of the wicks at the top of the bodies. And notice it looks like we're getting a turnaround here, okay? So this tells me, I can easily just look at this chart and tell you that the buying interest has, I want to say full control, but potentially have full control. I'll be technical there. They potentially have control all the way at the top of this wick right here. So let me just put a line there, and we'll just quickly go back over to Worx. I just want to show you guys this really quickly. So, I mean, at some point, I'll probably do a follow-up video or something on this. The buying interest has control all the way up to $556. So I wouldn't be surprised if over the next week or two, Netflix reaches or exceeds the $556 level. All right. All right, so let's get back on track, guys. I just wanted to show you that really quickly. Let's get back to Worx. No pun intended. Okay. So these are the weekly candles on Worx, and that's what I'm seeing here, guys. We got about just over 24 hours to this weekly candle closes, and I think that there could be potential for a turnaround here. Let's see here. I'm just checking out the volume, 5.027 million, and then we got 6.4. Yes, so there's potentially going to be a turnaround here over the next week, up to 3 weeks, I'll say. So let's just look towards the middle or the end of October for Worx to get to meet or exceed the $2.15 level, as long as this lower level here holds. As long as the weekly can close candles bodies, if I said that right, above the $1.25 level. So that's pretty much it. That's my prediction here over the next 3 weeks. If Worx holds 125 from a weekly candles bodies perspective, it's likely we're going to get a turnaround here that could get as high as $2.15, and I mean it could even go higher, but that's what I'm seeing here in the charts, guys. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys agree with what I'm saying, or if you think I'm totally wrong about this. That's fine. Leave those comments down below as well. I'm always open for constructive criticism. Leave an appropriate thumb just below the video there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's Napoleon Macro. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for tuning in, my loyal subscribers, my new subscribers. I see you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'll be catching you guys in the next video here. We got a lot of content coming out. So be sure to take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you shortly here. And have a good day. Take care.